What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. You know, people like to be sexually free, right? And you've been seeing this with a lot of women in the world today. A lot of women in the world today are more sexually free than in prior generations. And you even hearing, don't need no man. I got this popping. I got my own bag. Which, I like I said, I don't care what you got. You do whatever the hell you want to do. Okay. But if you talk like that, what you don't understand is there's a consequence to that sort of language. Okay. And when you talk like that and you're sexually free and then you voice it, men are going to be, how can I say it? A lot of men are going to be embarrassed by that if they're in a relationship with you. It's just what's going to happen. A lot of brothers are going to be embarrassed if you're in a relationship with a woman and she talks free. Number one, you shouldn't, if it bothers you, you shouldn't be in there. But you're going to feel a little detested by that. And what's been happening with Megan Thee Stallion is that listen to what I'm about to say. Due to her, a lot of this information that's coming out about her, we are hearing evidence of her sexual past and things that's going on with some of the men that she's dealt with. And it's some of the stuff that we didn't even know. And we are finding out she is embarrassed by it. Now, I want to play this clip to give an example of this attorney, and then I'm going to come back.
And then the defense starts dropping the bombs. He basically says this, that they're in the car. Yeah, they left. But do you know why they left? They left because Kylie and Tory were in the pool together. And Kelsey and Meg both felt some type of way about that, to the point that Meg felt really some type of way about that. And she was really trying to go to the point that eventually, because of how Meg is acting, this is according to the defense, Kylie Jenner goes to Meg Thee Stallion and says, "It's time for you to leave." They all leave. The defense's point is what happens in the car is this. Tory questions Kelsey. "Hey, Kelsey, why are you backing up Meg for me trying to, get it on with Kylie Jenner? Meg has been snaking men from you your whole life. I hooked up with you, Kelsey, and then Meg went behind your back and hooked up with me. And, Kelsey, this is not the first time. You had been hooking up with Ben Simmons. Meg went behind your back and hooked up with Ben Simmons. You had been hooking up with DaBaby. Meg went behind your back and hooked up with DaBaby." And so the defense starts dropping all these grenades. The crowd is captivated. The jury's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And there's every reason to believe that there could have been a fight here, not between Tory and Meg, but between Meg and Kelsey.
Now, let me just talk about this, okay? She says this: "I'm having a really difficult time sitting up here telling my story and having to sit across people who have made up lies about me having to sit across from Tory. I try to be strong. I don't like to look weak. I don't want them to give them that power that they've taken from me over the last few years. I'm embarrassed because I'm a grown woman hanging with people I have no business hanging out with. Now look at how everybody want to view me. How could I share my body with someone who would shoot me? Now every week there's an article calling me a HOE. I feel disgusted. I feel dirty. My own partner is embarrassed." Okay? And you're keeping to see what's going on with your sexual history are those allegations. But now, here's the thing, Meg Thee Stallion. Has he ever listened to your music? Has he ever listened to your music? I mean, it's quite evident that the things that you talk about in your music are sexually explicit. You're just doing what you talk about in your music. So now he should have already been, in my honest opinion, already shamed about that. If that was the case, okay? He should have already been shamed because of that. But now what you want to do is blame it on lies. Where in the reality, this is what you've been doing. So if he wasn't ashamed then, he ashamed now because what was happening was he probably already felt. You know, a lot of times, you know, when you talk about to ladies about body count and they tell you 2 or 3, and then you meet them and then you find out it's higher than that. And then now you want to be ashamed. Well, why did you lie? And if you're ashamed of it, why did you do it? Because see, if you didn't do it, then you wouldn't be ashamed. And she's not the only one. It's a lot of ladies out here who are ashamed of things that they have done and blaming other people for putting it out there. But my question is, why did you do it? What was the point of doing it? If you feel that way, why were you doing it? You didn't have to do it. Why did you do it? That's the point we're looking at. We're looking at that. We're dealing with that as a concept. I'm only dealing with that. The fact is, the brother is coming out and seeing who all you was dealing with, and he's the one that got to claim you. The reason why he's embarrassed is because a lot of it's true. Some people are not lying on you. And that's what the testimonies is coming out like. Damn, I was dealing with her, and this is what she doing? Oh, shoot, man. I feel like a sucker. And a lot of time as a guy, when you're dealing with ladies and you claim them and you wifing them up, here what you're going to find out, brother. I'm just going to be real. You're going to find out. Listen to what I'm saying. You're going to find out very soon that the effort that you putting into her, somebody else didn't have to do it and still got the same thing that you got. It's something we don't want to deal with as men. We don't like dealing with that. We don't like dealing with the fact that somebody else got it for the cheap, and we over here playing. We're playing the guy in the relationship that's dealing with her personal problems, and somebody else came through there and dashed and smashed. Yeah. We don't want to do that. We don't want to deal with that. But if you don't want people to embarrass your mates, don't go out here and do these things. And it's not just him that's saying he smashed you. The baby said the same thing. Drake took shots because of what you've been doing in the industry. Messing with this guy, even Kelsey. Here you messing with that guy. Messing with that guy over there. Dealing with that guy over there. Like, these people are not dumb. And some folks think that, you know, you can do whatever the hell you want and don't nobody know. What sense does that make? What sense does it make? It just don't make no kind of sense. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.